Okay, welcome back to Void Sales. I was wrong. There was a lighthouse over here. It just wasn't very big. Also, this didn't exist at the time. There we go. Sailing the stars. Leave Cloudshire and venture into space. Road to the city. You leave Cloudshire with a heavy heart. The ambush at the castle was no coincidence. Someone knew you were coming. Caution must guide your steps now. The road ahead will only grow darker. Now you must travel beyond, towards the city, where the man in yellow awaits. If there are answers to be found, they may begin with him.
All right, Captain. Let's keep moving. When traveling between the stars, best not stray too far off course. Drifting through the void ain't exactly good for morale. So stick to the waypoints. They'll guide us through. Though it'll cost us time and supplies.
That's what I've got the supplies for.
Every journey will eat into our stockpile. And if that runs dry, the crew's bound to get a bit twitchy. But don't worry, we've got enough to make it to the city, as long as we don't take any scenic detours.
The lighthouse. You see a beam of light in the distance that differs from the stars in the sky. You've noticed it several days before, but as you get closer you can finally see its source. A lighthouse stands on a floating rock. It allows nearby ships to navigate safely in the vastness of space. As you land and set foot ashore, you see a strange woman. She waits your approach. Welcome, Captain. You've arrived just on time. I hope the journey so far has not been too troublesome for you. I'll tell her about it. There's no need to go into details. I already know everything there is to know. Almost too predictable. But that's a good thing. It means everything is going as planned. Gotta be some bullshit going on here. I was told all about you. By the gentle shimmering of the stars, by the soft breeze of the void. Your every move carries you along the path. Every action creates ripples on the surface of the water. What would you like me to tell you? The past? It won't help you much. It may confuse you. The future? Know that once I do, there won't be much you can do to change it. I'll take the past. She closes her eyes for a moment. Let's see. Perhaps this will work. Okay. Error's there. She opens her eyes again. The light of her lamp goes dim for a moment, intensifying the brightness of her eyes. The scholar called out from the depths between worlds, trapped by his dreams, ensnared by ambition. The jester heard the plea. He seized the moment, carved the path, and opened the door. The moon waits, bound in chains, patient and still. The unnatural glimmer of her eyes softens. The lamp shines bright. Don't overthink my words too much. It won't do you any good. Who the hell are you? The exact definition would be inconsequential, and thus meaningless. You can call me the lighthouse keeper. Feel free to stay at my home and rest a bit. Prolonged starfaring subjects your mind to, let's say, stress. We shall meet again soon. Before you can say anything, she's already gone. You stand alone at the pier, the lighthouse illuminating the space around. Rest. You head through the guest room. The beds are stiff, and you don't want to think about how many people have used them before. In either case, it's nice to have a real bed, real bed occasionally, during a long ship journey. The sleep brings you much-needed respite. In the morning, you find several sacks of supplies neatly packed together next to the door. Sweet. Ooh. Hello. Ship's graveyard. You pass by a group of ships. They drift across the empty void, all damaged, broken, and tangled together. In the clutter, you can see a massive ship of the line. A gaping hole in its hull exposes the bowels. The ship is enormous, a behemoth of a combat vessel, compensating in size for what it lacks in technology. Judging by the outdated design and the banners you see inside, it must have belonged to one of the old kingdoms. Fractured group of royal families opposing the masked prophet. You search the ship. Not much is left. It must have been already looted multiple times. Must already have been looted multiple times. What worries you is a strange sound coming from deep within the ship. Sounds like some wailing. Let's do it. You go deeper into the ship, submerging yourself in the endless corridors, a tangled mess of semi-destroyed passages. With each step, the sound grows louder. Finally, you reach the door leading to the engine room. Behind it must be the solar core, the heart of the ship. You open it and step inside. Inside, a horrifying scene is unveiled. The solar core, which should have been dead for a long time, is active and radiates with energy. On its surface, you can see the twisted faces of the crew members. Fused into the core, they're thrashing around, screaming in agony. This is wrong. You want to get out immediately. Suppress the fear. Oh, sweet, I can improve. I can double down. Hey, let's go. You muster your courage and get closer to the core. When the core's casing was damaged, it affected the engineering crew. The core sucked them up close, trapping them in this state, now feeding off their torment. What remains of the casing are wooden splinters inscribed with incantations necessary to confine the core's powers. Visit the academy to learn the artifact's power. Oh, hey, artifacts are good. There isn't much you can do about it. It's too dangerous to disable. The core is unstable. I'm gonna blow that fucking thing out sky high. You bring some powder kegs over and place them around the core. Back to your ship, you sail at a safe distance and fire at the remnant. A well-placed shot reaches the engine room, detonating the powder. Despite the distance, the shockwave rocks your ship. Along with the heat, it carries over a quiet sound. Almost sounds like a brief sigh of relief. I'm not just gonna leave some souls in torment there, that's just rude. Hey, what's over here? Ambush. As your ship passes between the asteroids, you notice a couple of sloops and a massive gunship approaching. They fly under the colors of the Inquisition and signal you to stop your vessel. Right, yeah. I'm not gonna piss off the Inquisition. You slow down and wait for the ships to approach. A large man can be seen on the gunship's deck. You there, Captain Riggs is speaking. Surrender immediately. This is a restricted sector. Damn it. You look hard at the ship, but don't spot anything in particular. Creeping unease lingers, but you can't quite understand why. Lame. Travel permit? You pull out your travel permit and wave it high for everyone to see. Aha, nice try. Do you know how many forgeries I've seen? Hell, I've used one myself. Last chance, Captain. Shut down your engines and prepare to be boarded. Blow this fucker sky high. That's more to my liking. Was not expecting you to let me board anyway. See, boys, told you we get to have some fun. So, Cap, back to you. Any last words before I blow you straight to Corona Borealis? Who ordered this? What the hell's going on? Some very important people. They even gave me this fine ship to get the job done right. His grin widens. You must be a big fish, Captain. But big or small, I gut 'em all the same. He raises his cleaver and points towards you. Boys, open fire! Where the hell is he? Oh, shit. Oh shit, he's got rear guns. Hey, I actually managed to do it. I was not expecting to be able to finish that fight. And my god, I am almost dead. Wish I had succeeded that investigation. I mean, I figured it out in the end, but, like, no, still. Yeah, the combat here so far is a little simplistic. But, like I said, the whole game's a bit simplistic. But it's nice. My god, this shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I'm sorry, the whole game just shut off. Over. Oh my fucking god, the whole area starts over. Oh my god. This is terrible, I hate this. At least save from the fucking thing. If I do this and go back to the lighthouse, will it save? Because that's just annoying. Oh my god. Okay, this is just... I don't mean to be rude, but that's just poorly designed. Okay, now if I go back to the thing, will it save so I don't have to do that again? You know, got plenty of supplies, I'm not worried. Why the hell did you go there? I clicked Enter Lighthouse. Okay, no, it does not. Okay, don't slam into the enemy ship. Usually a good idea. Can I ever actually succeed this one, or is it just like a guaranteed fail? Oh, no, I actually did succeed. Critical success. No, not the ship, the crew. Drastic contrast. The gunship is nearly pristine, hull freshly painted in Inquisition colors, but the crew's all beat up. Haggard, unkempt, missing limbs, tattered and filthy clothes. No robes, no mantles, no gleaming armor. Whoever they are, they're not the Inquisition. Damn it, I told you Bill Drance to clean up a bit. But no, it'll be alright, Cap. There's nothing to worry about. Next time, I'll scrape your backs with my cleaver. Never liked all that sneaky approach anyway. Cap, back to you. Any last words about the... say it so, like, hey, I have it. Okay. Take out the right ship. Okay, much easier. Now where the hell am I going? That's where I'm going. My only damage came from slamming into a rock. Okay, now let's see if the game will not actually completely glitch up this time. If it does, I'm going to be very annoyed, because I do want to keep playing this game, because it's nice. But, like, my god. Alright, fingers crossed. Hey, it worked! With the threat dealt with, you can continue on your journey, only the final stretch left. However, as the enemy gunship crumbled, you saw a small rescue boat dashing away towards the city. Perhaps it is not the last time you hear of that captain of the ship. Why not just, blow him the fuck up with the laser cannon? Tiny, tiny little rowboat versus, I'd say brigantine. Reach the city for the first time. At last you reach the city, the beating heart of humanity in this corner of the stars. Somewhere within waits the man in yellow. You must find him, and uncover the truth behind your father's disappearance. Oh shit, look at that. Is that a... Oh, it must be the docks. Oh, I get to click, okay. The docks, a busy port where military, merchant, and research vessels rest side by side. Crews load cargo, inspect rigging, and prepare for distance journeys. Let's look around. As your ship docks at the port, you can see a strange man among the crowd. Dressed in a peculiar yellow suit, he springs to action the second he sees your ship. I immediately do not trust that man. Ah, at last! I was getting worried! I presume you are the captain I was waiting for. He gives a courteous bow, though his porcelain mask remains expressionless. The man in yellow at your service. To what do I owe the pleasure? I mean, nothing wrong with being polite. Ah, it's the loving child of my dear old friend Leonardo. I do hope you'll be able to help. Your father is not in the best state he could have been. Or so it could have been worse. What's going on? Let's just say he got a bit carried away. Not every door is meant for a human soul to step through. If you wish to find him, you must first meet Professor Ravenscroft. She works at the Academy and will indulge you in all the minor details. I'm assuming this man is a demon. I would love to stay and chat with you, my new friend, but alas, duties call. Is there anything else you want to know before I go? Why do you help me? Why? Reason? Should everything have a reason? Do I help you just because I can? Am I even helping you, Captain? Some do believe that all actions are reactions, involuntary consequences of past events. But does that mean you have no choice in the matter? I surely hope that is not the case. With that out of the way, I bid you farewell. We will meet later. I wanted your help with one other task. Safe travels and bon voyage. He gives you another courteous bow and half strides, half trots towards the port exit. The academy must be closed at this hour. You may want to wait until morning to meet Professor Ravenscroft. Tavern. A favorite stop for starfaring captains, the tavern offers warmth, a hearty meal, and a moment's peace. Beneath its low ceilings and worn beams, stories are shared, alliances formed, and troubles briefly forgotten. Okay. You look around the tavern and approach the barkeep. Ah, customers, welcome, welcome. Name's Salt, the proud owner of this humble establishment. Take a seat, will you? You look hungry. You prefer being rude. I'm gonna take a seat. Guy looks cool. He seems nice. Salt submerges into the kitchen and quickly returns, carrying a bowl of steaming lentil soup. It tastes relatively palatable. Well, what do you think? I don't want to be rude, man, but it's not that great. Hey, that's already better than the last time. Still getting used to this thing. He shows you his right hand. A shiny metal hook reflects the dim light of the cavern. I thought he was just holding that. I thought he was holding that and he was just polishing it. Ah, just a reminder of my former past. I used to walk on a slippery slope until I was caught. For my crimes, I was sentenced to have my arm burned off. The usual punishment for thievery, but it was a good thing, sort to say. Set me on the right course. The Inquisition may sometimes look heavy-handed, but the approach works. I mean, yeah, if you know the penalty for stealing is getting your hand cut off, it's you're probably not going to want to steal. You can hear an angry shout from behind a closed door near the counter. Salt turns towards the source of noise. By the light rigs, just give me a minute! He turns back to you. Sorry, Captain. My brother's got injured recently and needs his wounds to be dressed. Is the wound serious? Nah, just a couple of scratches. Got hit by a bunch of wooden splinters on his last adventure. My brother's a rowdy one, yet to settle down. His smile fades for a moment, but he picks it up immediately. Should be alright. To be safe, I've ordered some ointments from back from Earth. There is this alchemist who claims they can help the wounds to heal. Another shout can be heard. I am coming! All right, by the stars, you whine like a little girl. Sorry, Cap, I need to go. By the way, he takes out a bottle from under the counter. Here, I've heard you helped some folks back in Cloudshire. They asked me to pass you this small present of theirs. Salt winks at you and walks into the inner room. Learn the artifact's power. Thick, bitter liquor that warms the chest and steadies the limbs. Let's take a rest. Ain't got shit to do until morning. You head to one of the rooms upstairs. It's a cozy room with surprisingly clean sheets. It looks like the innkeeper really tried to make the place comfortable. You lay down and shut your eyes. You need the rest. In the morning, you'll head to the academy. For whatever reason, the man in yellow wasn't particularly helpful. Hopefully, Professor Ravenscroft can tell you a bit more. Okay. The academy, and then presumably... Oh, this is the academy. What's this then? Ah, the shipyard. Ooh, ship upgrade. Oh, just the normal stuff. Limp. I want to actually upgrade my ship, not just my weapons. A place of quiet obsession, where scholars in blue robes pore over artifacts and equations alike. Here, modern science intertwines with occult knowledge in an unending effort to understand the veil, to perhaps bend it. Inspect artifacts. Hey, I got some shit for you. Oh, I gotta pay? Thing. Improves test of knowledge. Ah. Allows to re-roll tests of resolve. Improve tests of resolve. Steadies the limbs. Hey, I'll take it. The Academy. The Academy building towers over a luscious garden. Several people dressed in long blue robes are walking around. You wander through the halls until, eventually, you see a door marked Professor Ravenscroft. A lot of little spelling errors. Inside, you see a young woman. She is crouched over a table and focused on writing. Hearing your entrance, she addresses you without lifting her head. For the last time, I am not interested in whatever garbage you bring. Stop pretending you can find valuable relics in the local outhouse and don't return unless you bring something real. Is that how you always treat people? She lifts her head and looks at you. Deep, dark circles show many restless nights. She must have been neglecting rest for quite a while now. Oh, apologies, I thought you were someone else, although the answer is the same. Now, please close the door from the other side. Man in yellow said, "Egg up." Never heard of him. Also would help if you address people by their names rather than clothing style. Now, is there something specific you want from me, or do you intend to just keep standing there? My dad's name? She suddenly stops and puts down her quill. Now look at that. I never knew Leonardo had a child, although he didn't exactly like to talk about anything outside his work. He points at a chair in front of the table. Bedica Ravenscroft, the head artifacts expert. Apologies for my previous demeanor. The work here can get overwhelming. Now, that expedition you mentioned, how much do you know about it? Honestly, not much. Unsurprising, that expedition wasn't exactly official. Your father managed to pinpoint the location of a distant moon called Boreas. It is a small planet following a uniquely shaped orbit, and it is very hard to predict. Leonardo calculated the exact path a ship would take to intercept the planet's movement. That expedition was of utmost importance to him. He was looking for an ancient ritual site. So, Leonardo, being him, pulled some strings, made some promises, and got the funding he needed. We lost contact with the expedition 1 month ago. The Academy's council still decides whether sending a rescue mission is worth the risk. Ritual site. We're not the first to arrive here. We studied multiple ruins scattered around the sector, and so far it is safe to assume that there used to be a whole civilization long before, incredibly attuned to the influence of the Veil. Your father had a particular interest in their ritual sites. He believed it was possible to traverse the veil safely through them. Or at least that was his theory. You should follow Leonardo's expedition. Take caution. Oh, should you follow Leonardo's expedition, take caution. We don't exactly know what happened. They should have set up a distress beacon if something went wrong, but they never did. I suspect the worst. He gets quiet for a moment. Captain, can I ask you a favor? Yeah, sure, why the hell not? Among the expedition was my brother, Cornelius Ravenscroft. If you manage to find him, or find anything left of him, please let me know. He hands over the planet's coordinates. Now go, I have more work to do. If you have any artifacts you'd like to sell, you can do it here at the Academy. I'd sell some stuff. I do need that travel permit. Or that might have literally just been to get past the supposed blockade. I think I'm good for right now. Let's explore around here. The shipyard. You wander around the shipyard when you stumble upon a peculiar hangar. Its windows are boarded shut, although light comes from between the planks. The door is locked, but you could properly force it open. Let's take a look. You lean next to the window and look inside. However, as you do, a heavy hand lands on your shoulder. You turn around and see a massive woman holding a hammer. Woo! That's a lot of woman right there. Something I can help you with, Captain? Did you get lost? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to spy. Marfa. And I did not intend to catch you doing so, yet here we are. My name is Marfa. I oversee the shipyard workers. If you want to improve and modify your ship, I'm the one to talk to. She gives a loud chuckle. Ha! If only. The shipyard itself still belongs to Ashvada, although at least now we do have some resemblance of freedom. Spits. Ashvada? One of the old kingdoms. My late husband was sold to Ashvada years ago because his former landlord needed some extra gold. When the war ended, the city became a neutral zone, and the Empire insisted that all workers in the city be freed of servitude. But we are to compensate our former masters for now missing free labor, as well as the tools and materials we use. Oh, what happened to your late husband? He got crushed by a bunch of logs. My husband was working late one night trying to fulfill the quotas, got careless, and forgot to tie a knot. Such things happens when you're forced to carry the night shifts. He looks at you and then at a hangar. Captain, you must travel a lot. If you manage to get a hold of a spare solar core, can you bring it to me? We're working on a project and are missing a crucial component. Yeah, sure, if I find one. Witness sparks of discontent. Think about it. I need to get back to work. But when you come next time with the solar core, I'll show you what's behind that door. She gives you a nod and heads inside the hangar. As she enters, you can see a glimpse of what's inside. Several manufacturing machines used to cast solar cannons. Ooh, they're making something big there. Woo. Let's see. I think I'm good. I'm good now. In the grim darkness of the deep space, there are only dry biscuits. 20 to 30 days. I got almost double that. I got double the average, so I think I'm good. The man in yellow offered little. Your father's disappearance seemed to matter far less to him than you had hoped. But not all paths were fruitless. Vedica, a scholar from the Academy, revealed a trace of truth. Leonardo traveled to Boreas, a distant, desolate world, home to a forgotten ritual site. And now, you must follow. I'm always going to explore. Burned Village. You sail across the space sector when, in the distance, you see a group of islands and a thick black smoke coming from one of them. Explore. You head to the island and disembark. At last you find the source of the smoke. A small settlement, or rather what remains of it. The ground is covered with a thick black overgrowth, similar to the one you've seen. Charred by the fire, it smolders toxic smoke. Junior investigator. Investigate the site of a terrible crime. And what's worse, close to the settlement's central square, you can see a small clearing. And on it, a pile of corpses. Multiple bodies stacked together in some sort of pyre. I'm gonna inspect it. Fuck. Damn it. Furthermore, upon closer inspection, many have strange cysts covering their bodies, unaffected by the fire. A faint yellow glow can be seen emanating from them. I'm not going to touch one, just because that's a really bad idea. I'm good. You take your tools and inspect the cysts. They are definitely solid, resembling stone rather than anything organic. However, they are fully fused into the flesh. You search your memory. There have been mentions of people developing such deformities after prolonged exposure to the veil. I take a moment considering your next step. It's supposed to be you. The pile keeps smoldering, producing a nauseating smell. I want to touch it, but I feel like that's probably not a good idea. As funny as that would be, I really don't think I should do it. No, I'm not going to touch it. Despite the initial interest, you suppress your curiosity and continue the journey. There's a lighthouse. Here's something else. Ooh. Stranded boat. In the distance, you see a small ship, barely capable of starfaring. Must have gotten stranded here. The ship does not move and does not signal you. However, you notice a faint light coming from one of the portholes. The light quickly extinguishes. You board the ship, although a ship is a strong word, more like a fishing boat. The deck is empty, though there's a small door in the deck leading into the cavern, locked from the other side. Hey, barely made that. Look around and see notice a broken cabin window. As you climb into the dark cabin, you see several hooded figures cowering in the dark corners. Hey, up my perception. One of the figures extends his open arms towards you. Please, just let us be. We mean no harm, just passing by. You can't see his face under the hood, but his voice sounds to be old. Who are you? What are you doing here? The man lifts his hood. Behind it is an elderly face covered with deep wrinkles and strange cysts. The cysts have an unnatural color, as if they're slightly glowing in the dark. We are just people, refugees. Our village was destroyed. Please don't harm us anymore. We have children on board. I mean, no harm, man. I'm just here. Man seems to calm down a bit and lowers his hands. Thank you. Since the Inquisition came to our village, we had some hard times. We are heading to a place. We are promised to be safe there, but got lost along the way. Where are you headed? I don't know much about it, only that we will be safe there. These people seem terrified and malnourished. Will they be able to reach the destination? I'll give them some supplies. Offer aid to the refugees. Promise of salvation. Thank you, Captain. We shall be going. Here, take this. That's creepy as shit. I hate that. But it's the nice thing to do. You get back to your ship and start sailing away. You see the other boat powering its engine and doing the same. You wonder why the Inquisition massacred their village. If there's something wrong with these people. These cysts may be contagious. So I'm gonna let them go. There wouldn't have been any point to giving them the supplies then. The lighthouse. Sail close to the nearby lighthouse, hoping to get some rest. As you disembark, you can see the lighthouse keeper. He sits at a small table beside a cliff, observing the night skies. As you approach, you can hear a voice. Welcome back, Captain. I sense you've already met that friend of yours, the one who prefers to call him the man in yellow. Was your meeting to your satisfaction? Not really, he's a fucking weirdo. It doesn't surprise me. He does many things, but I would not call them help. He introduces you to situations, observes how you will act. You know each other? I feel like this is Cthulhu. The head wraps give me kind of tentacle-y vibes. Yes, we've known each other for quite a while, since we were both still young. He always amused me with his actions, pulling and pushing the strings of fate. With him around, I've never felt certain about the future. Maybe that's what I liked about him. Now, though, we have parted ways. When you see Zalthul next time, tell him I said hi. She gives a brief sigh as remembering something from them. Now then, would you like to hear another prophecy of things which will not change? Yeah, sure, might as well. Just as the last time, she closes her eyes. A moment passes, and she opens them once more. The watcher of the past waits patiently for your love and touch. It promises safety and speaks of home and peace. The anticipation rises, and temptation is unavoidable. The light of her eyes... ceases? Ceases? Home. Is home a place you return to, or the souls you carry with you to the storm? She pauses for a moment before continuing. Now, I would like to be alone. The dance of the stars is particularly charming to me. She turns away from you and continues watching the sky. Okay, extra supplies. Never hurts. Once again, you can rest in the lighthouse guest room. You wonder how many starfaring captains were saved from being stranded in space by its warming light. Once again, in the morning, you find several sacks of supplies waiting next to the door. I do like the look of this here. It's pretty cool. The hell is that? Mysterious obelisk. As you sail across the space, a floating sight unfolds, an ancient obelisk floating amongst ruins of unknown origin. It is directly on your course and gets closer with every passing minute. Oh shit. Oh, there's some more coming. Okay, well, dangerous music stopped. And now there's this. Definitely looks cool. But I'm questioning how somebody managed to set up a... Seriously, why the hell is there an invisible wall so damn close to that? Mysterious obelisk. You see a large, peculiarly shaped structure. Its surface is covered with mysterious symbols, and a glowing orb is right in the middle of it. You can see several bodies lying in a circle around it. There are no signs of life, but their faces are unusually peaceful. Okay, I'm going to leave the episode here just because it's getting kind of long. So I'll see you in the next one. I'm just going to pick it up right where I'm leaving off here. You know, I hope you guys are enjoying this game too. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a little rough around the edges in a couple of spots. The couple of spelling errors and whatnot, but I'm enjoying it so far. So I will see you in the next one.